Hi everyone, welcome to UC Davis and the Shaw Aquatic Center for Team USA and Canada. Day 4 of the FINA Women's Intercontinental Tournament, live here on USA Water Polo TV. Thanks for joining us alongside UC Davis Men's Water Polo head coach Dan Layson, Greg Meskel here with you, and Team Canada in the Whitecaps, Team USA in the dark. United States 3-0, looking to go 4-0 with a meeting against undefeated Australia tomorrow night. Canada getting their first win yesterday, looking to make it 2 in a row. And two old rivals getting back together with very different looks. It's a very young USA squad. Lob attempt here is over the top for head coach Adam Krikorian, tipped out. And for Canada, a mixture of some old and some new. And we know the story here for Team USA, Dan, with women's college season underway and still finishing. Not a lot of the normal names available, so Coach Krikorian turning to a largely high school group. 11 of the 13 are high school students.
United States exclusion number 6, Bailey Weber.
And here's a kick out on one of those high school students, Bailey Weber. Georgia Phillips gets the start in goal. She and Taya Walsh have been splitting time in net. And here's Canada on the attack. Axel Crevier moving the ball around the perimeter. Here's Joelle Bakazi. She'll score it. And a power play goal to start for Team USA. Bakazi, the former USC standout, buries it.
Nice ball movement by the Canadians on that 6-on-5, something we haven't really seen in the previous couple games. They had 10 passes, moved the ball around well. Good strong shot. All
off the water for the most part. Now we'll get a look at Team USA on offense. Two returners from Rio, one of them Aria Fisher, just finishing up her time at Laguna Beach High School. And the other, the veteran Melissa Seidemann, a two-time Olympic gold medalist. And now a power play here after Crevier is excluded. 6-on-5 for Team USA.
Crevier caught holding on a drive.
Here's Jewel Romer, youngest member of this team. Lexi Leibowitz, now left-hander, tries to go cross cage. She's turned aside.
Not as much ball movement from the United States on their 6-on-5, not as much passing one side to the other. No goal.
Simple as that.
Not always. Not always. But percentage-wise, I think probably would lean that direction. Then you watch the Hungarians play and they pick the ball up and shoot it and it goes in the goal, and that's it. So
takeaway here, Romer controlling. Cooled down a bit here, was high 80s, low 90s earlier today, now mid 70s. Heat wave is broken here in Davis. Entry inside, tipped away, Whitecaps there, and Canada controls, will go the other way.
Should have probably waited a second longer to throw the ball into Johnson at 2 meters. She tangled up with the defender, not watching the ball, and referee's not going to make a call at that point.
Here's Bakazi. It's Johnson pressuring. Try and give it go. Paige Housechild steps in and comes up with it. Now Phillips will survey the scene and push ahead to Romer. Leibowitz goes inside looking for Weber. Double team and a steal. And that's Shea Fournier, former Indiana Hoosiers standout, coming over for the steal. A couple of Hoosiers on this roster. You got Fournier, Jessica Gaudreau, the keeper. Spent some time in Bloomington. Backhand, Phillips is there with the left. He's Elise LeMay trying to put one past Phillips, and not to be.
Good strong move from LeMay.
Just about halfway gone by, first quarter, double team. And Fisher comes over to force that turnover. Team USA with their win last night over Japan, moved to 3-0 and punched their ticket to the World League Super Final. Not going to finish worse than 4th in this event. The top 4 qualify. So they will head to Shanghai in June. And that's leading to the FINA World Championship in Budapest, Hungary this July.
That's going to be a fun event.
Should be very nice. Pool on Margaret Island.
Yeah.
Weber is turned aside. Leibowitz in front. Tried to put that one towards the cage, and a takeaway from Canada. Expecting the USA roster, of course, to look markedly different than what we're seeing this week in Davis, as they'll have the full arsenal back come the end of the school year. Not to mention some athletes playing internationally. Kylie Nuschel competing for CN Sabadell in Spain. And a suit grab there. And Fisher able to force the turnover. Here's Phillips now. 3:36 to play. First quarter, 1-0 Canada. Team USA still looking to get on the board. Here's Hauschild. Santa Barbara area standout. She'll have a look. Leibowitz now, clock to 3. Sails it high, well over the cage.
She's got a strong shot, though.
Yeah. Good speed to it, just off target.
Yep, really natural looking, good release.
And despite all their success, Team USA without a left-hander in their run through Rio in 2016. Obviously not a requirement to win gold, but
no.
It would be nice. Knocked down there, Fisher controlling.
If you have a talented player on the right side of the pool who's right-handed, you can be successful. It's a certain skill, though. It's a certain skill set. It's different from playing on the left side.
There's Leibowitz. Fisher now takes a look, and she'll score it. Aria Fisher on the skip. Team USA's on the board. It's 1-1 with 2:26 to go.
Nice shot by Fisher. Good patience, good pass from Leibowitz. Fisher is such a hard-working, physical player. Just really always going hard when she's out there. She's a very good player.
Second look here. Fisher will step in off the deal from Leibowitz. And what a year for Aria Fisher. Had the what I can only imagine is an odd experience of winning Olympic gold and then going back and playing high school water polo, where her team blitzed everybody on the way to a CIF Division I title in the Southern section. But you talk about two different levels of play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is some of the best high school water polo in the country, but I imagine you've got to dial back the physicality quite a bit.
Significantly. A lot of adjustments need to be made.
This is Fournier. Marina Radu now, a veteran on this Canada team, tries the skip from distance. That's off the mark.
Canada shot by number 12, Marina.
And we'll see a timeout called. Adam Krikorian will call for time. With 1:56 to play in the first quarter and a 1-1 game between Canada and Team USA. And we had a live counterattack earlier today and heard from Coach Krikorian, heard from some of the athletes on this team, and he talked about just kind of the fun he's having coaching this group. And obviously you coach elite water polo, and you have a lot of experience in the age group scene, but it was a chance for him to kind of go back to that a bit, where he had to really kind of go back to basics a little bit, and something he hadn't had to do with these veteran squads that were just piling up gold medals the last few years.
Yeah. It's definitely different, but it can be very rewarding, and you can see the improvement, you know, and it's visible improvement because these players have so much room for improvement, whereas the more elite players have already reached such a high level, they can still improve, but not as drastically and maybe not in such a visible way.
Well, this is certainly one of those things, as you alluded to, where you'll see something maybe on Monday, and by Thursday you can really say, wow, they get it, we're seeing something different.
Many of these young players haven't had this experience, and so just that alone is enough to change them as players.
Hauschild on the exclusion. Team USA on the advantage here. 1-1. Sides coming even. The skip is knocked away. That was an attempt near side from Ryan Neuschel. And here comes Canada on the attack. Ordinary there. Sarah Klass pressuring. A lot of younger siblings here in this one for Team USA of some very talented players at the higher levels, whether it's college or the national team. See Sarah Klass, older sister Kat Klass, playing for Stanford as they gear up for NCAAs. Of course, Neuschel and Hill, the third sister up after two very talented older sisters on each side. Sammy Cody Hill, Kylie Jamie Neuschel.
And house child with two brothers in NCAA Division I water polo. Class comes from a fairly.
Her dad was just an okay player.
Yeah.
We say that very sarcastically. Heck of a player for Stanford, an Olympian as well.
Absolutely.
Number 8, Ryan Neuschel with the shot for the United States.
This is Allie Thomason. If you're wondering the trivia, she's the other non-high schooler on this team out of the University of Michigan. They made a great run last year at the NCAAs. Shot clock to 5. Just about out of time here in the quarter as well. 3 seconds left. Seidemann lets it fly. Gaudreau is there, and that brings an end to the first quarter. So a low-scoring affair to start. 1-1, Canada and Team USA on the final game of day 4. We take a timeout and return. We're back after this with more live action from UC Davis. Stay with us. Second quarter about to begin. Canada and Team USA all even at 1. Day 4, FINA Women's Intercontinental Tournament. Back at it tomorrow for Day 5 action, 4:30 p.m. start. And then we start early on Sunday, 10 a.m. We get things going with a 5th place game, taking you up to the gold medal match. Dan Layson and Greg Meskel here with you from the Shaw Aquatic Center on the campus of UC Davis. Shot clock to 7 for the Canadians. Lob attempt, and Phillips there with the left. Unable to keep it in play on the try there from Michelle Caron.
Saved by
Nice save and got to it before it went out of bounds. Good effort.
Bad pass there, and Canada with the takeaway. Head coach David Paradello offering instruction.
Canada had a 2-on-1 there, but Aria Fisher hustles back. Saves the counterattack. Good hustle.
Talked about that in our first game, about making the effort to swim back.
She's a hard-working player. She'll go again in transition now.
Great story on her on teamusa.org, profiling the idea that despite only being a teenager, she's a veteran this week, and Davis giving her experience. Leibowitz turned away by Gaudreau, but just kind of delving into the thought about her making the Olympic team last year, where in 2015, I think not many people thought she was in the mix, and her thought being, well, you know, all I can really do is just kind of work very hard every day, and maybe things kind of go my way, and that's really the way things went.
Yeah, I think she kind of made things go her way with how hard she works.
100%.
This stuff doesn't happen.
Nice turn there and a score. Shaima Halanadif.
Really nice move to receive the ball dry and then turn and shoot cross cage back the other way.
A correction that Elise LeMay on the goal. And so Canada goes in front 2-1. Second look here. Nice little step out, and turn and score.
The play before that, Fisher made an excellent pass to Leibowitz on the wing, who just didn't take a very good shot. A little bit of lack of experience on the shot, but it was a correct pass.
Leibowitz. That one low to the corner, and Gaudreau is there. Canada back on the attack. Entry pass inside the backhand, and Phillips is there to turn away LeMay. She was looking for her second straight.
Number 4, Elise LeMay with the shot for Canada, saved by Georgia Phillips.
She's doing a good job at the center position so far.
Brings some good size to the pool. And now in a battle with Fisher. Contra foul called. Team USA will take control, looking to get out on the counter. And then an exclusion in transition. And so a 6-on-5 coming for Team USA. They'll go against the former Stanford Cardinal, Gurpreet Sohi. She's excluded. 6-on-5 here.
Very similar type of exclusion that we saw with the Japanese player. Didn't look at the official and didn't go out, cost their team a penalty. She looked over as a smart player. And
field block there from Canada, and they thwart the 6-on-5 opportunity. Team USA now 0 for 2 on power plays, and just 1 for 9 shooting overall. An exclusion now against Team USA, and Canada will call for time.
Too much contact after the regular foul, and exclusion call for interfering.
It's Jewel Romer going out. Timeout called by Canada. 4:28 to play here in the second quarter. It's a 2-1 lead for Team Canada. There's a good look there at Coach Paradello drawing some things up. Goes to his whiteboard, and you see his assistant coach there, Cora Campbell, longtime Canadian national team athlete as well. Some stability here for Canada after having a few different head coaches over the last couple of years as they tried to make a push towards qualifying, and we're very close to qualifying for the 2016 games, and then coming up short in Gouda, the Netherlands, last March. Came down to, I believe, a 1-goal game that they were on the wrong end of. And that was a tough one. They kept really a core group together for a number of years, and had the unlucky fortune of course, being from the same continent as Team USA, being so dominant, and then not able to get through that gauntlet that is the Olympic qualifier.
That is tough. It's tough to make it through that.
Out of the timeout, 4:15 to play in the second. Here's Bakazi, hard off the bar. A fight for it. Team USA comes up with it.
You can see Canada trying to take the ball in at position 6, the left-hander take it in, but she takes it in about 6 feet rather than taking it all the way down inside the 2, all the way down, which really forces the defense to have to react and collapse. Force the defense to move, and then you can find an open player.
And that's a thing you just see in really any sport. Make the defense make a choice.
Make a choice, exactly. Put them in a situation, they got to decide what to do.
Shot clock to 4. Housechild tried to thread the needle. Too many Canadians in the way.
Number 12, Paige Housechild with the shot.
It's a stop there from Radu. Radu moving in. To 2, long distance, and it's in. Connecting from the outside, Shea Fournier, a sharpshooter in her college days, and she drills it from deep on the low skip.
The old skimmer. The skimmer really presents a lot of issues for the goalkeeper. It's very tough to block. Expect it to come off the water, and it's hard to stay down on it. Just sneaks it right in the corner, stays low.
Like skipping a stone. That one finds the back of the net for a 3-1 Canada lead. 3:10 to play, and it's kept this largely pro-USA crowd kind of on their hands here.
Look at the defense the Canadians are playing here with player back in the goal. Splitting all the positions on top.
This is an interesting look.
Yeah, very unorthodox, and trying to really take the center position out for the United States where...
Yeah, they weren't down a player, just decided to give a different look.
Yep, unorthodox.
Ordinary called as Canada goes on the attack. You see it every now and again on a exclusion. They'll put 2 in the cage, maybe just throw a bit of a wrinkle, have 3 across with the keeper. But not often without an exclusion, as Phillips is there with the right hand.
Number 10, Dominique Polo with the shot for Canada. Saved by Georgia Phillips.
USA
Fisher
on the attack. Fisher available, cruising in, and waiting for reinforcements. Canada able to get back. Again, they put someone in the goal.
Nice pass.
Double team and tipped away. And so that defensive wrinkle working here for the Canadians with under 2 to play in the first half.
Pass maybe just a little bit too low, but such a good read by Fisher. I'm really, really impressed with how she's playing. She's doing everything. So, for a young player, she has such a good feel for where the ball should go and whether or not to shoot. It's pretty rare.
Shot clock to 5 for Canada. Yeah, definitely a talent, to put it mildly,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah.
you know, when you start wondering how does someone at that age accomplish what she does, and it's because you're putting all these pieces together. Get an exclusion here on Canada on the way down, and a timeout called by Coach Krikorian.
Number 3, Axel Crevier.
That'll go on Axel Crevier.
Men's USA Water Polo would like to welcome former national team members and Olympians in attendance today. Big round of applause for Heather Moody, Craig Class, Nicole Payne, Rachel Ruano, Erin Fisher, and Nancy Wright.
Coach Krikorian looking things over, and there was a call here for a lot of the Olympians in attendance. I think they might have missed a few though. There's Natalie Benson right there on the sideline, and then I know I saw Heather Petrie here, 4-time Olympian. Got a lot of Olympic hopefuls here Athletes that really want to be a part of an Olympic team in the future.
First goal.
3-1 Canada. Team USA has struggled on the power play, 1 for 4 on 6-on-5. Canada 1 for 2. Georgia Phillips with 5 saves. Jessica Gaudreau with 4 of her own. Let's see if they can improve on that 6-on-5 percentage. 25% not ideal. Romer, as the sides are coming even. Here's Housechild. That one is field blocked away. So again, Canada securing that back line.
Yeah, putting some players really deep inside the goal and making it difficult for USA.
Less than a minute to play, first half, 3-1 lead for Canada. Little commotion here near side as the ball works top of their perimeter. Shot clock to 12 for the Canadians. Here's Bakazi. LeMay working on Seidemann. That's a battle. And then Fisher as well dealing with Fournier on the perimeter. Shot clock to 4. Here's Sohi. That'll be a shot clock violation before she can get the shot off. And here comes Team USA. Shot clock is off, 25 seconds left in the first half. Fisher's already setting up shop at about 2 meters. Here's Nuschel. Threads it inside. Fisher tries the hook shot. That's batted away. Good defense there. The undersized Fournier going up to knock that one down. And now Gaudreau will hold it with 2 seconds left. Fournier turns and fires. Phillips out to knock it down. And we've come to the end of the first half. And for a Canadian team that has largely struggled this week in Davis, perhaps building some momentum coming off the win yesterday, they're ahead 3-1 over Team USA now at the half. We will take a timeout and return. Third quarter coming up. Stay with us. You're watching the FINA Women's Intercontinental Tournament live on USA Water Polo TV.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Third quarter is underway. Canada and Team USA, low-scoring affair through 2 periods. Canadians lead 3-1. Joined by UC Davis men's head coach Dan Layson. Greg Maskell joining you here. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook Live and YouTube. Appreciate all the comments everyone's sending in, checking out all the action. We're back at it tomorrow. And also a scheduling update for Sunday, a change in game times. 5th place now at 9:30 a.m., 3rd at 11, gold medal game 12:30 p.m. So 9:30, 11, and 12:30, and we got a score in front. Aria Fisher, planning to be at the 12:30 game on Sunday, connects and makes it a 3-2 game early third quarter. What do you see, Coach?
Well, the center defender left the center and went to shot block on the wing and left the center with inside water. Very unorthodox defense that Canada's running right now. Probably don't want to make that switch right at that moment and leave the center wide open in front of the goal for a dry pass. But the idea is interesting. I'm always interested to see some different tactics and something unique, and this is something I haven't seen before.
Team USA now looking for the equalizer. Here's Romer. And this could help. An exclusion called against Canada. Power play coming. That's Fournier going off.
Really good move by Nuschel. Very active, driving in and out, and just beat her defender.
Here's Romer. Out to Housechild. She'll walk it in. Around the way they work at class now, along that 2-meter line. From the perimeter, score it for Paige Housechild. Hitting from the outside, 6-on-5 strike for Team USA. We're all even at 3.
I don't want to be a broken record here, but I'm going to give a percentage of that goal to Aria Fisher for the work that she's doing on the post. She is working so hard in there, and she's attracting, she's really disturbing the blocker at X4. She's playing the 2 posts. X4 is the blocker in front of the girl who scored the goal. And she's really occupying her and helping to create an open shot. It's really good post work. And good post players are necessary and really, really valuable.
Aria Fisher has scored 2 and helped make another happen.
She's really doing it all.
Canada turning it over. Did not put that one back in play after the restart on the ordinary. And then an exclusion, so double whammy here. A tug on the suit, and here comes Team USA on the advantage.
That's Nuschel drawing the exclusion.
Here's Housechild. She'll look to Fisher, Crevier departing.
Now Fisher playing position 6 on 6-on-5.
Multifaceted. Sides coming back even. Quick release, field block. That was Nuschel on the attempt. Radu advancing the ball. Here's Bakazi. Radu working for a shot. Phillips is there with the right hand.
Nice block.
Shot for Canada by number 12, Marina Radu. Save made by Georgia Phillips.
Georgia Phillips takes a look. Here's Nuschel. Seidemann now, big fake. Timer under 10 for Team USA. It's a battle at 2 meters. Meanwhile, shot clock to 2, Seidemann, and that one is tipped out of play. Again, defense, and Fournier coming over to help cover the other side of the cage.
Really strange. And the lob really is not open because there's a field player there ready to block it. Interesting. You see the ball tipped out from that deep, and you instantly
thinking goalie tip. Yeah,
exactly.
Not the case, though. This is a new look defense here from Canada. They were ahead 3-1. Team USA has scored the last 2. Coming here in the third quarter. Shot clock to 3. Down to 1. And they won't get that shot off, and here comes Team USA now on the counter. Seidemann. That's a big field block, Fournier. She's done a lot in this one, punching that shot away from Nuschel. Bacazzi now. Pace has slowed a bit here.
No lefties in the game for USA at this point. So they expect the Canadians to drop off that side of the pool and invite USA to shoot, as they just did.
Here's a turnover now. Fisher can move with it.
She's gonna
a little
go to
pitch
the goal.
and catch. Here comes Fisher, cruising in. And there's a penalty, and had to be called. She was getting dragged from behind, taking away a shot. Sometimes the leg grab can be discreet. That wasn't one of those times, and it'll set it up here for Hauschild to put Team USA in front for the first time tonight.
Could have Fisher shoot the penalty too. I mean, she's done everything else.
This is true.
Except playing the goal.
Hauschild turned away by Gaudreau.
Oh, that wasn't me, was it?
Did you jinx her? Dan, it's hard to say, but probably.
Apologies.
So Team USA back on offense, as that one was tipped out by Gaudreau. Just an ordinary called. New shot clock here for the U.S. Seidemann, and that's saved by Gaudreau. So a couple here for Jessica Gaudreau, turning aside. Nice looks from Team USA, and we're under 3 to play in the third quarter.
We need the telestrator to just describe that defense.
I see you taking notes. People are not going to be ready for the Aggies next fall, I'll tell you that much. Shot clock to 3. This is a busted possession for Canada. They'll dump that aside. So, Dan, we saw Canada go ahead early, 3-1. Team USA has come back in this game. I'm sure they'll feel as if they should be ahead 4-3 after that blocked penalty as a timeout is called. What's been the tweak here from Coach Krikorian to kind of pull back into this one and really be in a spot to be ahead?
I think he's made some adjustments, you know, in dealing with the unorthodox defenses that Canada's throwing at them. They've been a little bit more patient, and Canada's made some mistakes that have been pretty costly. One play where they left the center wide open in front of the goal. So also they've tightened up defensively quite a bit, and that's presented problems for Canada. They're having problems generating anything on offense.
And here's a look at the Team USA huddle, and then Coach Paradella from Canada. 2:31 to play in the third. Coach Krikorian's got the dry erase board out. Can exactly see what's being drawn up there. But he's got his group.
Defense is sort of a M zone, but with the defender at position 3, comes back and stays in front of the center, and then the center defender goes and blocks inside the goal.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Not an M in the alphabet we're used to. Yeah.
There it is. See what Coach Krikorian has planned.
Out of the timeout, Hauschild. Swinging around, low skip, and Gaudreau is heating up, makes another difficult stop as she had to go one way, then come back the other.
I believe what Coach Krikorian was looking for was an overpass and then a pass to the player at position 4, who was the outside player stepping in, maybe not necessarily that particular shot, but one more pass.
Not to be on that possession. Canada back on the attack. Shot clock to 2. Fournier, no call, and runs out of time. Looked to be drawing a foul, not the case. Here comes Hauschild. Pushing ahead now, Romer. Jill Romer moving in. Doesn't have the angle. Here's Class. Seidemann, shot clock to 8. Knockdown there. Ordinary called. Romer.
That
Save
player.
Gaudreau.
So that's the player, but entering in a little bit more rather than shooting from the outside.
And a timeout called by Canada with 58 seconds left. Each team getting a timeout to use or lose. The Canadians will use theirs. 3-3 the score. Third quarter action. It's been a good battle here. This is, if you've just joined us, you're thinking, well, of course, USA-Canada, always a good game. But if you've been following what's been going on this week at the Intercontinental Tournament, things would have led you to believe that the U.S. would have had an easier time here with Canada based on how they have played. But maybe something started to click. Yesterday they picked up their first win. Now they're here building some confidence. They obviously know Team USA well, the style regardless of who's filling the caps for the U.S., and they're right there in this one.
That's why we play the game.
This is true.
Rivalry game, always, you never know what can happen.
Team USA, we know the goal accomplished to qualify for the Super Final. They, of course, wanted to come away with a medal in this one as well. And Canada looking to serve as a disruptor here with Australia on tap tomorrow. Ordinary called, low skip. Phillips there, able to do enough.
Fisher on the counter.
And Fisher, the head of the field. Moving in, gives off Housechild. She's stopped by Jessica Gaudreau.
Housechild with the shot for the United States, saved by Gaudreau.
Ordinary called. 9 saves now for the Canadian keeper, Gaudreau. 8 for Georgia Phillips and Team USA.
She's playing well, but I'm going to say some of these, the shot selection has been less than ideal.
Steal there. Allie Thomason stepping in front to force the takeaway.
Fisher drawing the exclusion on the far side.
An exclusion there, that'll go against Canada and Kelly McKee. Here's Team USA. 7 seconds left, shot clock is off. Fisher on the move. Thomason takes a look, that's knocked down, and a field block is there. And that ends the third quarter. And frustration there for Team USA. Perhaps that in-between spot where they could have tried to play for the advantage to start the fourth. They take the shot. It doesn't go their way. We stay even at 3, but Team USA climbs back into this game. They score all the goals in this third quarter, outscoring Canada 2-0 to tie things up. All even. 8 more minutes to play. Come back and join us right here on USA Water Polo TV. Fourth quarter underway. Here's the opening sprint. All even, 3-3, Team USA and Canada. And Canada controls the sprint. And the story here, among others, has been Canada's defensive wrinkle that has kind of halted Team USA's attack. Yes, they scored 2 goals in the last quarter, but I think it's been something they haven't seen, and now in that adjustment mode. Shot clock to 6 here for Canada. Bakazi from distance, and that's away from the goal.
I think USA likes this matchup with Seidemann against any other center, perhaps in the world.
Yes.
Not to Canada's advantage to maybe work for that.
Here's Weber moving in, skies that pass looking for Hauschild. But it works out because an exclusion is called.
Aria Fisher working in the middle.
Just continues to be a difference maker.
Yeah, she's really doing it all.
Romer. Across the way, Leibowitz has returned. She'll work that 2-meter line. Romer, that's off the bar. The follow, left hand, not there. That was Weber trying to switch hands and bat it in.
Number 10, Jewel Romer with the initial shot for the United States.
Here's Bakazi. Shot clock to 4 for Canada. They've used a lot of their clock on each possession. And they tossed that one aside right as the clock was expiring.
They can't really get much going on offense. They're getting overpowered in the middle, and they don't really have another option, you know, driving or a post-up or something.
That ball's tipped away, and Gaudreau comes up with it.
Maybe just a little bit in front of her.
And then an exclusion on Team USA. That'll go against number 6, Bailey Weber. And a power play for Canada. Chance to score their first goal since the second quarter. Dominique Perreault, the left-hander. Here's Bakazi. Bakazi hitting. And Coach Paradello fired up. A big leap off the bench as Canada goes in front. 4-3. They get their first goal since the second quarter as Bakazi has another.
Good ball movement by the Canadians on their 6-on-5, and then notice how long they waited to shoot. The USA team was even, but the player had not arrived yet to the shooter, and she was able to shoot. So it's good maintaining possession of the ball, good ball movement, good shot. They scored from there last time, too, on 6-on-5. Is it the same player?
I don't believe it was the same one, but similar result.
Yep.
Bakazi now 2 goals, but USA responds right away.
Now that time, I believe Coach Krikorian finally achieved what he was trying to draw up, and that was that.
Let's take a second look here.
The player at position 4 move in and stay in an area where she can receive the ball and shoot quickly. Sure enough, Nuschel puts it away.
And USA doing it on the natural goal. They've struggled on power plays, just 1 for 8 on the advantage. Canada 2 for 3.
Seidemann just legs out. I mean,
long distance. Phillips getting a big to knock that down. All tied at 4, under 5 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Fisher. The exclusion. 6-on-5 coming for Team USA.
That's Nuschel working hard again on driving and getting position on her defender. Doing a good job.
Caron excluded. Here's Leibowitz on the catch. Nuschel, Hauschild, sides coming even. Sails it. That was the attempt from neutral out high. Power play struggles continue for Team USA.
Notice which position shot. The position corresponding with Aria Fisher's post, because she's bringing the defender so far down to guard her and playing so physical on her that the outside player opens up. Just missed the shot.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, all tied at 4. Lob attempt, and Georgia Phillips has it.
She was all over that.
Hauschild will advance the ball. Seidemann breaks free. Seidemann spinning and lost control of the ball. She had a tremendous position, but then couldn't finish.
I think she went for the penalty there.
I thought so too.
Yep. She probably should have shot, maybe. I mean, hindsight, right? But it looks like she had good separation when she made her move holding the ball that she could have shot it.
On the other end, Phillips another save. Keepers having a big night here in USA versus Canada. Only 8 combined goals.
With the shot for Canada, saved by Phillips.
USA on the attack. Now they're guarding Seidemann a little bit closer. Bakazi dropping back to avoid that entry. Here's Nuschel. She'll step in. Deflected nearly in. Gaudreau digs it out. That one almost found the back of the net.
Wow, that's about as close as you can get.
Quick reaction from the Canadian keeper. See if we can get another look at that at some point on our next stoppage. Stepping in, Leibowitz forcing a steal there. Team USA is up if they hurry. Radu trailing the play for Canada. Here comes Fisher. Fisher moving in. Leibowitz now takes a look. Canada recovering. Shot clock to 12. Nuschel pops free. Nothing there. Cross cage, Gaudreau tips it away.
Wow, a lot of really nice passing from the USA team. I mean, that was a lot of dry passes around the perimeter. Maybe too many. But that was really sharing the ball and working together. That was nice.
2 minutes to play, fourth quarter, all tied at 4. Seidemann has to create some room. Lucky not to be called for a contra there.
Yep.
Romer on the skip. Jewel Romer on the bounce and puts Team USA ahead 5-4 with 1:48 to play.
There's that same player open again. Position 4 on offense. Stepping in. USA throwing the ball to position 5 or the deep wing and then to that open player. Here she steps in at position 4. Ball to the wing. Catch and shoot. Nice shot. Nice pass.
She's a shooter.
Absolutely.
One of the younger players, youngest player on this team, but does not mind stepping up and taking a shot.
She's got a cannon of an arm. I mean, it's...
Much needed goal for Team USA. They've gone ahead 5-4. So it was a 3-3 game after 3. And Hauschild, long arms there on the perimeter, knocks that one down. Here's Phillips to ignite the offense.
Team USA stepping up the physicality on defense. Just really negating anything the Canadians are trying to do.
Here's Seidemann. Leibowitz now. Shot clock to 7. Under a minute to play in the fourth quarter. 1 goal game. Leibowitz with 2 off the mark.
Number 7, Alexis Leibowitz with the shot for the United States.
And Canada will call for time with 53 seconds left. 5-4. USA in front. Very easily could have been 6-4. But Jessica Gaudreau making some impressive saves. As we look back at one of her previous stops, able to go into the cage and pull the ball back out and keep Team USA from adding another goal. Right now 5-4 with 53 seconds left.
Let's see if Team Canada has something creative here to do out of the timeout. Some other answer other than trying to match up with Seidemann or Fisher for the U.S. Maybe some type of a post-up, something.
This is their only timeout to use. Adam Krikorian, Ethan D'Amato, the Team USA staff as they break the huddle. Close one here in Davis, 5-4 USA in front. It's been good back and forth. Really, last two games have been really good, fun games to watch.
Absolutely.
And an exclusion. Canada's going to get a chance here on the 6-on-5.
We've got to go without a timeout.
Fisher excluded. Plenty of time for Canada to work. Here's Sohi. Bakazi, Perot now. So he takes a look and scores. The former Stanford Cardinal, Gurpreet Sohi, buries it, and we're tied at 5 on the power play goal with just 21 seconds to play. Well, familiar with clutch situations, playing for the Cardinal and able to go near side on the skip.
Really did a good job of staying up and then leaning and round and shooting the near side, and the blocker would really like to have that one back. That's the blocker's responsibility.
Coach Krikorian calls for time. 21 seconds left here to go for the win. 5-5, Canada, USA. And Aria Fisher seems like a likely candidate to at least generate maybe a 6-on-5 and then go from there. We've seen, of course, Jill Romer step up and score. Paige Hauschild, Ryan Neuschel in addition to 2 from Aria Fisher. You'd have to think she's the focal point, but you've got some other weapons out there, Seidemann among them.
Neuschel also on a drive. We'll see if Canada uses their unorthodox defense out of the timeout or gives them a more conventional look. If they do, so Adam Krikorian putting his better shooter, Romer at position 4, lefty at position 5. We'll see if they go into this splitting type defense.
21 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Team USA can go for the win. Here's Romer. Leibowitz takes a look. We've got 10 seconds. Inside. And there it is. Aria Fisher draws the exclusion. Romer now. Leibowitz. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. Seidemann for the win! With 1 second left, Melissa Seidemann hits on the power play goal. With 1 second to play, Team USA goes up 6-5.
Wow, what a shot. They really passed up a couple good looks there to pass it to a player much further from the goal, and she hits it. What a shot.
Seidemann's like, enough of you kids, I got this.
You think there was maybe a little apprehension from the young kids to shoot the ball there at the end? They did a good job of locking the goalie down, and that's just a rocket from the outside.
One more try here. Bakazi catch and release. Phillips bats it down, and that's the game. Team USA pulls it out in the final second.
Wow.
Melissa Seidemann with a game winner with 1 second to go, and they defeat Canada 6-5. They trailed 3-1 at halftime, and a strong second half for Team USA drives them to victory. Aria Fisher did a lot of the heavy lifting through this one. She has 2 goals. They get balance. Ryan Neuschel, Jewel Romer, Paige Hauschild with a goal each, but the winner from Melissa Seidemann, Georgia Phillips gets the win in net. 12 saves for Canada. Jessica Gaudreau, 11 saves, including a penalty shot stop. And on offense, Joelle Bakazi paces the Canadian attack with 2 goals. So Team USA 4-0 They will take on 4-0 Australia in a battle of undefeateds tomorrow night right here at UC Davis, 7:10 p.m. Pacific. We get started. All the action begins at 4:30 p.m. Pacific tomorrow as we work towards day 5 of the FINA Women's Intercontinental Tournament. That'll wrap things up for us here from UC Davis. For our entire crew, my partner Dan Layson, Greg Meskel saying so long, and don't forget these games are archived at facebook.com/USAWP, youtube.com/USAWP, and be sure to check out our nightly recap later on at facebook.com/USAWP. Have a great evening.